All right.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for showing up. I hope you can hear us and see us. If you could let us know in the chat, please.
Yes, let's us know in the chat.
You can see there's
So
already
many people
quite a
in the
few of you guys
chat.
here. Yeah.
Martin
Where's
from
everyone tuning in
UK.
today?
What's up?
If everyone could let us know, we always have a bit of a lag between the video and the chat. So hopefully that'll show up
How you
soon.
doing today, Fabian? Feeling good?
Yeah,
Feeling
feeling good.
awake? Excited?
Yeah, caffeinated again. Had a tea and it's starting to kick in. We've
Right.
got Kaya from Poland, Keenan from California, Nir from Spain, Victor from Sweden, Gerhard from Germany. So we've really got a very international crowd again.
That's nice.
Delphina from Poland, Aparna from Canada, fellow statesman for
Fellow
you.
Canadian. What's up?
Yeah. So
All right.
Keenan saying he can see us. So I'd say let's get started.
All right, let's get started. All right, guys, I got some great material. I'm so excited today. I'm gonna show you all that. So I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start sharing my screen, and I'll start. Fabian is gonna be monitoring the chat. So if you guys have questions, do you want to say a little bit
Yeah,
here?
I'll say all that. I'll say all that in a
All right,
bit. You get
all right.
started, and I'll jump
Sounds
in,
good.
and
All
I'll
right, cool.
interrupt you as soon as you start speaking.
That sounds great.
Because I know that's what you love. All right. So while you're putting on your screen share, I'm gonna switch my webcam off.
Fabian, let me know.
All right, I can see your screen now.
All right, sounds great. All right, so guys, today I got a great presentation for you. I got a lot of great material. I'm super excited. So I'm going to jump right in. Today, I'm going to teach you how to become a world-class digital painter in under 12 months. Is that exciting or not? Let's say. So you're in the right place, by the way, if you have beautiful vision of painting in your head, but struggle sometimes to get it down on canvas. If you have a busy schedule and find it difficult to make it the time to practice, if you start dozens of painting, but you really it's hard for you to finish any of them, that happened to you guys? I know it happened to me a lot of times. If you want to make a living from digital painting, but you're not quite sure how to get there, I'm going to have something for you. If you are frustrated by your own progress and often feel overwhelmed with because there's so much to learn in digital painting sometimes. Well, if any of those sounds familiar to you, I'm going to have something for you today. I'm really excited. I'm going to present myself. I'm David Béliveau. I'm a self-taught illustrator and digital painter. I worked for 11 years as a graphic designer before starting to learn digital illustration, spending 5 years learning it. And after that, I started to teach it. To present myself, I'm an illustrator. I love to do portraiture. That's what I love to do. So that's what I mostly do. You may have seen some of my stuff online. I've been featured in a few places before. And what I really like to do is to teach. I did a few tutorials. This is the 1-week portrait. You guys may have seen. I'm guessing that you already saw it in one of the emails that we sent you. If you didn't see it, you can go check your emails later. But you should have received this one. So that's for me. I'm going to let Fabian present himself.
Yeah, so welcome, guys. I'm Fabian. I'm a studied illustrator and graphic designer also. And so, yeah, David's kind of the wise old man painter who takes care of all the lessons. And nah, he's not. But anyways, I provide the support behind the scenes. So hopefully everything should be running smoothly today. I'll be in the chat while David's presenting. So if you have any questions, just put them in the chat. I'll be reading that. If anything's really urgent, I'll interrupt David. If not, we'll also be holding a Q&A at the end where you can ask us any questions you have. So I might hold on to that, but just pop them in the chat. And yeah, let's have fun.
All right, sounds great. And so, yeah, the both of us, we've been creating Paintable.cc, but I'll talk to you a little bit about Paintable in a second. Here's what you'll learn by hanging with us today. Why your current approach to digital painting is probably causing you a lot of pain and frustration, and I'm going to give you a much better approach to take. 3 super useful exercises that will on-chain your potential 10 times faster when you learn digital painting. You'll seem really excited about that. How to get out of the root and when you're feeling stuck and uninspired, and how you can start painting beautiful pieces of art in a matter of months, even weeks. And I promise you this, all right? I promise you by the end of this workshop, you'll have all the tools necessary to become an artist, the artist that you want to be. Is that exciting or not? So on top of that, you can sit on your chair today and just listen to everything I'm going to have to show you. I got a lot of material for you. Don't take any notes. Don't feel overwhelmed. We're going to give you the PDF of this presentation as well as the recording, and we're also going to give you the workbook, the 7-step roadmap, which I'll present you a little bit later. You'll see it's great material. I'm going to give you all that for free. You just have to stick with us until the end, and I'll give it to you. Uh, Before we go further, I would like to know a little bit more about you guys. Which of the following best describe your relationship to digital painting? Is it A, you never heard of it, and I was told that there will be free stuff here, and then yes, there will be free stuff, so stick around. Is it B, I've seen some digital painting online and I wanted to see what it's all about? Is it C, I really enjoy painting, it's one of my favorite hobbies? Or is it D, digital painting is my life and I'm ready to become a pro? I would love to know a little bit more about you, so if you can put that in the chat. And while you do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my own journey to digital painting. You see, years ago when I started to learn digital painting, when I saw digital painting online, I fell in love with it right away. It was just love at first sight. I jumped right away. I went to buy myself a tablet. At the time, I bought myself a Wacom bamboo tablet. I was so excited. I jumped on my computer right now and right away, and I started to look over the web for tutorials, especially over YouTube. Lots of speed painting over YouTube, right? So I was looking at a lot of speed painting, and what I experienced is speed paintings don't teach much. And I was really frustrated with my progress at the beginning. It was taking really a lot of time. It's really slow. But what I realized, though, after all that pain and frustration, is I was doing certain steps from time to time. And those steps, when I was doing them one by one, was giving me the results that I was looking for. And obviously, I'm going to have a little bit to teach you that today. And before I do so, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Paintable. I'm going to start by thanking you guys. Paintable is a project that we put on the 2 feet kind of recently, and it's because of you guys. It's because of your support. I want to thank you. This is awesome. We did a few classes already. The first one that we created was the beginner toolbox. We've been able to reach 4,000 people, which was amazing to us. And then we did a few more. We did the 1 week portrait, the one that you already know. We've been able at least 8,000. I think we're actually more close than 9,000. And with all the classes and all the tutorial and the website that we created, paintable.cc, we've been able to reach 3,000 people, 300,000 people. That's just insanely awesome. And I really want to thank you guys for that. Without your support, I would not be able to do those presentations like this. So thank you for that. Basically, what I learned through all that time, all right, is that everybody, me included, struggle with the same thing. And you might sound that familiar. It's a loss of motivation. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Basically, you get in front of your computer, you're like, wow, super excited. You saw something super cool. You're like, I want to do that. So basically what you do, usually you jump in front of your computer, you start painting right away because you're super excited. And basically you realize that every little bit of time, you get frustrated and disappointed because you didn't do any research or any practice. And basically the image that you had in your head, you're not able to put it on canvas. And what happened is you're giving up and you just don't touch your tablet for months. You don't paint for months until you get another burst of inspiration and you go back. Did anybody of you guys already did that on your drawing after like hours of working, just bashing it up with your pencil? I know I did it so many times. And
Judging by the chat,
basically,
you're definitely not alone.
yeah. This is so frustrating, right? And I was making excuses all the time, and I'm sure those excuses were a little bit like you. I didn't start when I was young enough. I should have started when I was young. I didn't have any talent. People that were doing that had talent. Basically, I was all wrong with all the excuses, but I was giving myself a lot of excuses to manage the fact that I didn't touch my tablet for months. But at some point, I got really tired of this, and I was started to guessing. I made a list of everything I wanted to know about digital painting. And I realized this. I was trying to do everything at the same time. Basically, digital painting has so many stuff to learn, and I was trying to learn it all at the same time. And obviously, I was getting frustrated and tired of it. Trying to push a huge bulldozer like this takes just too much energy. But basically, what I did is when I did that list of trying to find exactly what I wanted to do, it was like breaking that piece of rock, that giant rock, into pieces. And obviously, those pieces were way easier for me to learn. So you can imagine that pieces like blending, skin tone, anatomy, texture, shadow, all of those pieces, one by one, when learned with focus to the finishing line, I was able to actually learn it way faster. And over the years, I've tweaked it and perfected that system. I took everything I learned from my years of struggling, and I combined it with everything I learned from teaching thousands of students. And here's the secret, guys. I hope you guys are excited. This is the secret that I actually discovered. I'm going to tell you right now. You need to know the difference between passive learning and active learning. See, passive learning is this, is what most people do is you get an idea, you fire Photoshop, and you start painting right away. You don't wait, you don't practice, you just start. You watch occasional speed painting, you learn random tricks and techniques, you learn a little bit more with each painting without even realizing it sometimes. Basically, passive learning is okay. It's important to spend time painting. Obviously, you get better when you paint every time, bit by bit. But the problem with passive learning is this, it's really, really slow. It's a slow progress. It's frustrating. You rarely finish anything. I'm sure that you guys have a bunch of painting that you actually started, but you didn't finish, right? I have a ton too. This is really demotivating you when you don't finish one. And it'd be really difficult to see improvement that way because when you don't finish a painting, well, there's no much improvement. And that's the problem here. You're not actively getting really good at anything specific. And obviously, the trick is to have an active learning. I'm going to tell you that active learning is what is going to supercharge your learning. I'm going to teach you right now. Basically, it's using a roadmap, a game plan. It's breaking down everything into chunks, the small bites, something that's easier to learn. It's working backward to fit those chunks into your time available. Everybody has different lives. You may have a full-time job, a full-time student. You need to use the time that you have. It's using specific exercises with that time that will unchange your potential faster. It's basically this. Rather than trying to push everything, that big rock that I just showed you, it's slow and frustrating. Well, active learning means breaking everything down and work smart to learn the chunks of digital painting bit by bit. And that's the secret, guys. So, do you want to supercharge your practice with active learning today? Well, obviously, everybody wants to. And I'm going to teach you that right there. But before I do, I want to just tell you something here. What I'm going to teach you today is the best material that I ever had so far. It's what made me the artist that I am. But you may think that I'm going to teach you a bunch of tricks and technique. I'm going to teach you tricks and technique today, but I'm going to do better than that. Maybe some of you guys know the analogy of the fish versus the fisherman. When you give a fish to someone that's hungry, it's gonna give you food for one day. But if you teach him how to fish, he's going to be able to eat for the rest of his life. And basically, I'm going to do the same thing with digital painting today. I'm going to teach you how to become the artist that you need to be. But I'm not going to teach you just tricks and technique. I'm going to teach you a way to actually learn. And that way is what I call the ultimate formula to mastering digital painting. It's in seven steps, 7 easy steps. I'm super excited, guys. This is really exciting for me. I'm going to start right in. I'm going to show you that, all right? So step one, set yourself a destination. A good destination is like a compass, all right? It will guide everything you do, giving you much stronger results. A bad destination, you might be like, what? It's learn digital painting. Why is it a bad destination? Because it's way too broad. It's way too big. That's the big rock. Obviously, you want to learn digital painting, but if you have that as a destination, you're just going to get tired. A better destination is something more precise, more focused. Learn digital portraiture, learn environmental painting, move from traditional to digital painting. Those are smaller chunks. But if you want to have better results at that, you need to have the perfect destination. And it's something even more precise. Something like learn enough about digital painting to feel comfortable holding a workshop teaching in your city. That's one that actually I did for myself, and I was really happy when actually I did it. Another one could be get a portrait painting featured on the cover. Imagine effects. That's really precise. Paint a current series of 20 futuristic landscapes so good I can use them to apply for a job as a concept artist. Those are really good destinations because they are specific and measurable. And that's really the trick here for your destination. And you can have more than one destination at a time. Obviously, I'm interested in more than one thing, but always focus on just one destination at the time. That way, you're going to be able to reach your goals faster. That's a promise. And if you don't know, you don't have a clear vision of what you can do or what your destination you want to do, I'm going to give you the tricks here. If you have something that really excites you, all right, like paintings that you saw from artists that you really like, take 3 paintings like this that you really like and analyze them, all right? If you're really excited about them, just analyze them, figure out what you like in those, what's in common that you really like in those, and set yourself destination on those points, all right? If you're excited about something, it's going to make you push you harder to actually reach it. So just find something really excited and use that as your destination, and that's going to be a good starter. So I already said that. All right, cool. Step 2. Are you guys excited? I'm so excited. I hope I don't speak too fast. All right, so step 2.
Oh,
uh,
just real quick, actually, in case David is speaking too fast for you. Um, again, if it's too fast for you to read or keep up on the slides or whatever, if you stick around, we'll send those to you afterwards. So, yeah, just so you're aware of that.
All right, good,
You can
good.
take it at your own
I'm
speed.
sorry if I'm going to try to speak a little bit more slowly. So, step 2, you have to set, once you know your destination, you have to set yourself specific goals. So, towards your destination, you have to need goals. So, you need to have goals and you need to have sub goals. Basically, those are the chunks, the little bites that will make sure that you learn bit by bit faster towards your destination. So these don't need to be exact science plan, by the way, guys. You probably won't know exactly what you need to learn, what's your sub goal at the beginning. But the point is to get good ideas, to get things you'll need to be learning so you can start focusing on your studies right away. So I'm going to give you an example here. One destination of me that I really would like to have one day is get a portrait feature on the cover of Imagine Effects. All right. So if I had that as a destination, here's how I would see it. I would set myself goals. So learn facial anatomy, obviously, understand hair, learn to paint skin and texture, and learn how to add dramatic lighting would be a good thing. Those are 4 examples. I could add 10, 20. That's all up to you. I just wanted to give you 4 examples. Now I have the goals. I need to transform those on sub-goals, basically smaller bites. So for the facial anatomy, learning Andrew Lumi's technique would be a great start to help me do my facial anatomy. Then anatomy of the eye, of the nose, of the lips. Those will be all the sub-goals I would have facial anatomy. And I would do the same thing with understanding hair and learn to skin texture and learn the dramatic lighting. Basically, I'm going to find myself some smaller chunks to be able to reach those goals faster and go faster towards my destination. So that's how you set yourself specific goals. Step 3, you need to set yourself a timeline, all right? Now you know where you're going, you know how to get there, but you need to have a little bit of a timeline to help you. So a timeline is going to keep you accountable and focused by adding a sense of urgency. And that's really important when you want to learn something. You have to feel like there's a little bit of a sense of urgency. It's going to make you push you harder on your results. So it's really simple. I have the same graphic here, like I have my goals, my sub goals, and I'm going to keep in my head the timeline that I can achieve those goals and sub goals. And that's really cool, by the way. If you want to have a career, it's to know yourself how much time it takes you to do something, to do an illustration, to do an art, because your clients will ask you some timelines. So when you create something, to know how much time it's going to take you is just a great step in front of you to be able to actually be a better artist. So set yourself a timeline to help you reach your goals and sub goal, and it's going to really help you a lot. Remember that if you don't complete a sub-goal on time, and that will happen to everybody, it doesn't mean you fail. There's no such thing as failing when you learn, right? It does mean you need to revise your timeline and get back on track. All right. So everybody's following so far? All right, cool. I'm just gonna continue. Step 4, find a community. All right, and that's really important. Surround yourself properly. It can be really super intimidating at first to put yourself out there, but it's really key, guys. You need to put yourself out there and show your work and get surrounded by people like you that have the same goals. So surround yourself with people that share the same goal as you. A tip is to find an accountability buddy. So to really share your goals with, obviously for me it's Fabian. Finding someone that you can share your goals with is super important. Seek help. The simple fact of sharing your goals publicly will make a huge difference, all right? And you will follow on your goals because you just share them. And that's super powerful. Finding a group is really cool. Sharing every day, every week, every month will not only help you, your self-confidence, but also provide you with crucial support, critique, feedback, while building accountability. Like the best thing is to find a group that maybe is on Facebook. Actually, Fabian, maybe you could actually share the group. We have a group that we
Yes. Yeah.
started.
Yeah, some of you might already be in it. We have a public group that anyone can join, and we already have lots of people just posting their stuff in there. So you can get feedback, you can ask advice, everything. So I'll post the link in the chat. Make sure you don't wander too far because David's
All
gonna
right. Yeah, because I'm
gonna
going to
race without
continue,
you
but
otherwise.
you already
But
have that, so.
exactly, I'll send it out in the email afterwards too, actually, so you can join it then. So you don't have to go do that now. But I'll put it in the chat now just in case.
Cool. Step 5, this is the one that is like really fun, right? At some point, you got to do some work. You got to do some illustration, right? This is the fun part. So, here's some tricks for you guys. Keep your tablet plugged in. I hear a lot of people that have troubles with the tablets because they're learning, they're beginners, and that's normal. Everybody, it takes some time. But instead of keeping your tablet tucked away in a drawer, keep it right in front of you, in front of your computer at all time. Replace your mouse with your tablet and use it for everything. That way, you're going to be way faster with your tablet. It's going to take you no time to actually master it. And remove the distraction. When you start doing some work, and I'm going to show you exercise in a second, when you start doing some work, you need to set your environment for success, especially when you're first getting started and everything is so like super frustrating. You're not getting exactly where you want to be. Just make sure that everything is calm around you. Make sure to turn off the TV, close everything, browsers, especially internet. That's really important. And your phone, obviously, put it away, turn the notification off. Just have some quality time to learn. It's going to make a huge difference. And from there, you're going to have
And
your goals.
browsing
Yes.
artwork on Pinterest or ArtStation
Yeah.
can be productive, but it can also be a huge time sink. So when you're working, be realistic with yourself there.
Exactly. So once you really concentrate it, you'll have your goals, your sub goals, and now you just have to find yourself some specific exercises to reach your goals and sub goals. And obviously today I want to share a few exercises that work for me. Hopefully they will work for you too. It's 3 simple exercises I want to show you. So I'm going to switch to Photoshop right now to show you that, guys. I prepare a small document. The first one I'm going to show you is probably the less exciting one, but once you're going to realize how powerful it is, you're going to be really excited, all right? I call it imagining the form geometrically, and it goes like this. Basically, I'm going to give you an example here with this bottle. Uh, you'll agree with me that a bottle of Coke is full of curves, right? There's no sharp angle on this. Well, the trick here is to imagine everything with a sharp angle because, and this trick is really good for observational drawing. So a lot of people that want to do portraiture or any kind of observation drawing, this is a really cool trick to remember. Try to see everything with hard shape, all right? And this is an exercise you can do every day by looking at stuff. You see, when I look at that bottle, that's the way I see it. I see only hard angle because basically, if I were to try to do the roundness of this bottle, one straight, I'm going to take those lines off. Like if I were to try to just do this like this is going to take me forever. I won't ever be able to get the shape perfectly. But if I imagine it like this with just sharp angles everywhere, it's going to be much easier for me to actually start it and just do the contour like this. And after that, you can round it up to actually do your drawing. But this is not really for drawing. This is just for observation because that way I'm able to see the pieces of it. As an example, like if I were to take all the pieces of this one to render them, it would be easier for me to do it. I will be able in my head to put it together and see the lighting and even the details that goes on top of it like this. For example, if I were to put the pieces, the details like this, there's like little shapes all around the bottle. I could just do a basic geometric shape like this one. I'm just going to do a selection here. And then just use a soft round brush. And I could render it with more ease like this. And that's, like I said, this is just an exercise for you to just understand how I look at things. I'm going to show you more exercise to actually draw, but this one is really cool for me because everything that I look around me has round shape, right? But when you imagine everything with sharp angles, it's easier to draw, believe me. So give it a try. Try to look everything like this, and you let me know how it works for you. The second one that I want to show you, I called it analytic comparison. And this one is really great when you do some exercise, let's say like for portraiture. And that's the example I'm going to give you today. I see a lot of people actually when they practice portraiture. I'm just going to change my blush here. They start like this. They start, all right, so the first portrait they will do, they're going to start the front view, all right? So they'll be like, all right, so front view. And then they're going to do 2, and they'll be, all right, I'm going to do a 3/4 view. And then 3, they're going to do a side view. And the problem with this is that when you do 1, 2, 3 different sides like this, you don't focus enough on one. And it takes you more time to actually learn the front view or the three-quarter view or the side view. But when you focus on just one, it takes you a lot less time to actually master it. And the exercise that I'm going to show you today is going to that I'm going to do a few sketches, and we're going to use our memory. That's really important, because if you want to get close to one day being able to draw illustration just with your memory, just by imagining something in your head, you'll need to actually put those images in your head to see the reference and remember them. And that's what we're going to do with this exercise. So it starts like this. You just have your sheet, and I'm going to do some side sketching today. So you start obviously with a circle, if you guys know Andrew technique, and then just going to do a side view here real quick. So we just start like that, my eye, and I'm going to use my imagination of what I remember of a portrait for the beginning, like this, and then lips. I'll put the jaw, I'll put the ear, puff, puff, puff. I'm going to clean it a little bit, because sketches can become messy sometimes. Oh, and I'm painting on this, so I won't clean this one. Basically, I use my memory first, and what I did after that is I prepare myself a sheet with some references. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the references. I'm going to take one that I really like. I'm going to take this guy here. I'm just going to make a copy of him. So I'm going to just select it. I'm going to do Command J, which make on his own layer here. And I'm just going to make a comparison. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute to memorize the difference between the two. So I'll be, all right, so maybe the forehead should be a little bit more angled, a little bit more wider. I'm going to see all those little changes. And what I'm going to try to do is to mask the reference and do it again. So I'm going to start with a circle, which is usually the hardest thing. I don't know if you guys, it's hard for you to do circle with a tablet. For me, is excruciating. Is that the word?
That is the word.
It is the word, huh?
The bane of every digital artist's existence.
Circles, so hard. So basically, I'm going to try to do again my sketch here. So I'm going to go with my eye. I'll go with my eyebrow. Then the nose. I'm trying to remember what I saw. And really, that's the key word here. Remembering. Lips. And then my jaw. He had a really square jaw for what I remember. And then the ear, right about there. And then the forehead, I said the forehead was a little bit more angled, right? So I'm just going to try to angle it a little bit more and try to remember everything that I saw. I think I had little curves here like this. And the hair that finished like this. And I think I'm pretty close here. All right, so I'm going to clean it a little bit. That comes to be messy at some point. There we go. I'm going to open my reference again, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to compare both of them, and I'll be like, whoops, little bug here. And I'll be like, all right, so obviously the jaw was square, but not that square, so I would have to modify that. The forehead still a little bit bigger, I think. And basically, I'm going to do that. I'm going to analyze it, and I'm going to remember it, and I'm going to do over and over and over until I get the perfect side view. And the exercise is going to build in your head the image on how to do it. And it's going to take you no time after that to remember it just from memory. You won't need any picture anymore because you have memorized it. So it's a very strong exercise. You guys should give it a try. So that was the second one that I really like. It's fun. Like I got 9 friends. Usually I do 9 just to practice. You can do a lot more than that too. So that was the second one. The third one is really fun too. I call it focus repetitive thumbnailing. And this one is going to be great for anybody that has trouble with rendering. I hear a lot of people that actually have trouble with rendering. It can be really hard sometimes. I know it's hard for me too. And this one, it works with a timeline, all right? So you want to set yourself a timeline. Usually what I do is 5, 10, and between 15 and 20 minutes for the last one. And obviously I won't go that far today. I'll show you maybe the 2 first ones. And basically you want to do is you want to work with the value only. So you want to look at your picture and paint the values. I strongly suggest starting for this exercise with a black and white one. If you're a little bit more advanced, maybe you can try with a color one. But with the black and white, it's going to make sure that you just look at the values first. And that's really important because that's really where the exercise is. So I'll just start. Usually when I start like this, I like to start with just the basic shape. So I go really geometrically sometimes, just build myself some lines, trying to fit everything at the right place. So there's the jaw and then the neck. Just gonna go like this and build it slowly. We got the back around here, curve, back of the head that goes like this, a bit wider, and then it goes back. And I'm just gonna fill up this real quick. And maybe Fabian, you can check the time for me. Let me check when I started, but
I completely forgot, but you're probably about
no, I'm pretty
maybe.
sure I got like 20 seconds in it. But let's
Yeah.
count. Let's count
All right.
five
Yeah.
on this. I always forget to check time. So basically, you want to fill up the shape like this. That's a good way to start. And then you want to go only with the values, right? So I'm just going to start with a darker value. I'm going to try to establish where the hairline is. It's going to be a great exercise also to be more precise when you do portraiture or any observational drawing. Uh, Obviously, it's a challenge. It's a challenge even for me to do that kind of work, especially for the 5 minutes. I mean, after 10 minutes, you start seeing something interesting, but after 5 minutes, sometimes you can feel like really discouraged because you don't have much values put in. But don't feel too much pressure when you do that exercise. Just take your time. Try to put the values slowly, um, and you'll see it's
There's
going to
someone
build.
you said a while ago that I quite liked. Paint for the sake of learning rather than having a nice final outcome.
That's definitely my motto. When you paint for the sake of learning, what happens is you learn faster, and you don't get frustrated because you don't look for the outcome, basically. So yeah, thank you for reminding me
You just
my
make it.
words of wisdom.
Just allow yourself to take more risks that way, I guess, and take
Yeah,
that pressure off.
yeah, basically. So I'm just gonna try to real quick establish the face. Has a darker bottom lip, and then a little twist for here. So that's close enough for now. And yeah, and then you want to continue with the values, right? So you just try to paint the values, you try to get there. Obviously, I would need something a little bit darker when it comes to the hair. So I can just put the tone now here and come back at it later. And I usually start not too dark. It's easier for me to just establish slowly the values than going like really, really dark or really, really bright from the start. That way, when you do mistake, it's easier to go back at it, basically. And the
So
brush
I'm
that you
gonna.
will use,
Oh, I
yes.
was just about to say. I was just about to say that I'm gonna jump in and ask you some questions because I know you love it when I break your concentration. But yeah, I was just about to ask about the brush because I know some people are curious
Yeah,
what
yeah.
brush to
Well,
use for this.
I was about to say that you need to have a brush, especially when you work that you're used to. So something that you won't be. Uh, if you try a brush doing exercises, it's an extra thing to think about. So there's a time to try brush, and there's a time to actually uh, use the brush that you're the most familiar with. The brush that I'm using right now, it's nothing special. It's something that has a little bit of transparency in it to help me doing the values. It's something flat. It's not the easiest brush, I guess, to use though. It's kind of difficult. There's a bit of texture in it, which makes it a little bit more difficult to handle. But basically, any kind of brush for this exercise would work. Um, but beside that, I cannot really tell what kind of brush I have. All right, go ahead. Ask another one.
All right, so let's see if I can find one in the chat. Um, do you want me to just throw a random one out at you? Will it
Go
break your
ahead.
concentration a lot?
Hit me.
All right,
Give
let's
me your
see.
best shot.
So Matthew Cooper just asked, when learning digital, should you attempt to remove traditional from your workflow as much as possible?
Can you repeat that?
So, so essentially, when you're learning digital, do you still like work on traditional art also, or do you focus just on
um,
digital?
I
Or
I would love to do both, and I could. I mean, I say I would love, like I couldn't, but I don't. I find that having the material to actually work with, especially with painting, so having the paint, it takes a lot of space. So I like digital for that. It helps me doing just what I like without having to have a million brushes and a million canvases and whatsoever. So I really like that for that. So basically, since I discovered digital, I tend to stick with it. But I love traditional still. I don't find time for it or space for it, basically. All right, so I'm pretty sure I passed the 5 minutes, but
Yeah, sorry, I
that's
just
what happened when
realized
you're not
that.
concentrated. Basically, what I would do after 5 minutes, I would take this and I would just make a copy, put it there to have like a reference, and I would continue on the second one that I just have. I'm going to keep on this one for now, and I would just continue painting the values until I get to a result after 10 minutes, and then put it to the next phase, and then push it to 20 minutes. And I'm not going to push it more than that. I'm sure you guys understand. I have so much material to show you, and I feel like I'm spending too much time. But this is a great exercise to actually focus on one thing, which is the values, and take your time to build it. And what is great is taking the time, you'll see your progress go so fast. And it's going to help you actually feel proud of your work because you'll see that maybe after 5 minutes, it doesn't look like something that you like, that you're proud of. But after 20 minutes, you'll see such a big difference and you're going to go so much faster with the other ones that you're going to do that you'll see this is a great exercise to build self-confidence. So yeah, I hope you like those exercises. I'm sorry I cannot push them more than that. This presentation is really more important for me. I want to show you more stuff. So I'm going to stop this. I'm going to show you other more stuff in the presentation. If you have any question, guys, I'll answer them right after. And we can go back to the exercise after, guys, if you want to. So those were the three exercises that I found myself to actually help me reach my goals and my sub goals. And when you find exercises that are precise, that show you the direction of where you want to go and what you want to learn, it makes huge difference, you'll see. So that was step five. Everybody following so far? Yeah? All right. So that was step five. Step six. Okay, cool. Step six, it's track your progress, guys. It's really important to help you stay motivated. So regularly keep track of your progress, make notes of the work you've done and the sub goals you achieved. That's really important. When you feel like you aren't getting anywhere, get a boost of motivation by just looking at the notes and see how much you already achieved. I'm sure you already achieved a lot in digital painting. You just didn't took note of it, but from now on, you have to take notes of it. You have to be sure of what you did. So once again, the example that I give is I got my goal, my sub goals, I got my timeline, of course, and then I got the progress to tell me, well, I did that. And just by looking at it, I'm really proud to see like, wow, I put that much work. I put that many hours and you'll see the results right away. It's good for the motivation. So it's really important to keep track of your progress, guys. And we come to seventh step, and this is step 7. It's a really important one. It's probably one of the strongest one of the whole module. It's build a habit, and I'm going to have great tips for you guys to actually build a habit. The importance of building a habit is this: just painting whenever you have time is okay. But to seriously improve, you need to build a habit. 30 minutes every day is far better than 5 hours every 7 days. Doesn't have to be every day though. You can have like, let's say 1 day or 2. As long as you have some sort of a routine, it's consistent, then it's going to be fine. And habits will free your mind basically. When you don't have to think about something, you just go on it, you know it's the time, and you just do it, then you have much stronger results. And obviously, it's going to give you out of the dips and slums of every day. So here, I got some great tips for you to actually build a habit from start today. Step 1, you have to start small, all right? We don't build a habit by saying, all right, from now on, I'm going to paint 10 hours every day. That's not going to work. And I know because I tried it. You have to start small. So just firing your Photoshop 5 minutes every day, every day of the week for the first week is going to do miracles, guys. So do that for the first week. Then the second week, you go up to 10 minutes every day, and you can go up to 30 to 90 minutes. And when you have 30 minutes already, you have great result, I'm telling you, and it's totally achievable, guys. Step 2, plan it into your day and write it down. Physically writing it down on your calendar planner is going to make a huge difference. And I know a lot of people don't have planners anymore, don't write things on paper anymore, but try to do that before you go to bed. Write it down on a piece of paper then, and try to put the same time every day. It can be first thing in the morning or after dinner. For me, I know it's first thing in the morning. When I wake up, I start with my practice, and then I start the rest of my day. This is going to make a huge difference for helping you doing your habit. And the step three is reward yourself. All right. If you actually do 7 days without stopping of painting, do something fun for you to reward yourself. After 14 days, maybe buy yourself something. After 30 days, definitely go out. This is a huge improvement. This is a huge accomplishment. 30 days is awesome. Go out and celebrate. You did something great. And here's a trick, and that's each time I present that, I'm so happy because I love this trick. It works. It's awesome. It's called the X effects. Basically, it's having this sheet with 30 squares that you see that with a 1 to 30 on it. And each time you do your 5 minutes or your 10 minutes every day, you put an X. That's simple as that. You put an X. And I'm telling you guys, this is like magic. After 5 days, you're going to be so excited to put an X on that, that just putting an X on it is going to push you to do it. And I did it on many things, and Fabian did it too. I'm
It
telling you
really does.
guys. Yeah,
Again, like it kind of it might sound a little silly at first, but yeah, just like either just print this out or get like a ruler and like make some boxes. It doesn't have to be too fancy, but just something about that physical act of making X's gets kind of like
it's
addicting
magic.
after a while. Also, to people asking, some people are actually asking in the chat whether we'll send out any templates for tracking and for this. So this is actually, we have this exact X effect thing in the worksheet we'll send you afterwards. So you can follow it there. Highly suggest you print it out or just, like I said, make your own. Just keep it next to your computer so you're seeing it every day. Yeah, definitely recommend
Yeah.
that a lot.
So you guys, I'm gonna give you that. So it's part of the notes. So just sit back, relax, and have some material to show you. But yeah, that's a great trick. I love this trick. So here's a quote that I really love from Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do every day. Excellency, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. And I literally tell myself that every day. This is the best stuff. I'm telling you guys. So I'm so excited. This is the 7th step, guys. So first, know your destination. 2, set specific goals and sub goals. Step 3, timeline, obviously. Step 4, the community. It's important to surround yourself, to be with other peers. When's the last time you had a discussion with someone that really love what you're doing, right? Like the friends that we have, sometimes they don't understand us really. And you need to have some people that actually understand what you love, what you're doing. So community, really important. Step 5, obviously do some work. Find exercises. Don't just jump on paintings. Actually take time to do exercises. That's going to help you a lot. Step 6, track your progress. Step 7, build the habit. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to be rolling like a star. So just to sum up here, be in control of your mindset, guys. That's really important. A lot of people think that to do this properly, they're going to need years and years and think, I'm too busy right now. I'm just going to wait until my life gets back on track and I'll master digital painting after. Well, there's never going to be a perfect time, guys. You need to start today. You need to start and take the bull by the horn and start right now. You need to start right now. That's the best moment to start anything. It's always right now. And here's my promise to you. By practicing smart and embracing active learning, it's not going to take years, guys. It's going to take you weeks. You'll see improvement. I'm telling you, weeks, and you'll master digital painting in no time. You can get really good at it in just a few months, even a few weeks. And you have to remember, this is not just theory. This is exactly how I went to where I am today, from being stuck every day to actually improve every day. It's exactly the same process, no matter where's your destination. If you want to be a concept artist, illustrator, hobbyist, it's the same steps. It's after stumbling around in the dark. That's the exact roadmap that finally, after years of struggling, got me out of this to see the result that I really wanted to see. And I'm not sure why you guys showed up today. Maybe you're super passionate about digital painting and you want to be as good as your favorite artist one day, or maybe you paint and learn, but you don't see much progress, and you want to have more progress in your paintings. Maybe you want to be in a career as a concept artist, character designer, or something similar, but you don't know exactly how to get there. Or maybe a traditional artist and you want to switch digital because digital is awesome and you don't know exactly how to do it because there's so much stuff. It's overwhelming at some point. Well, no matter why you came here, you need to remember those things. If you really want to get serious about mastering digital painting, you have to embrace active learning. Just painting, watching speed paintings on YouTube here and there isn't enough. You have to set yourself goals and build yourself lesson plans and exercises to achieve them. Discovering this, guys, changed my life. I'm telling you, it's awesome. I went from years of feeling stuck and frustrated to suddenly seeing myself drastically improve with every painting. The best part is it's a step by step. You don't need any talent here. You just have to follow the step and you'll get the result. I promise you. So, do you see how powerful this is? Yeah? Can you imagine the difference this is going to make on your paintings? The obvious question is, how can I apply this to my own learning? How can I build an active learning practice that will allow me to master digital painting faster? And obviously, everybody has a choice in life. You can do it a little bit like I did at the beginning when I was starting to learn. You can do it by trial and error and learn some of the stuff that I teach you today. It's absolutely doable. It takes a lot of time, though. And it's really painful sometimes, especially when you're by yourself, you don't have a community around you. It takes a lot of discipline, too, to keep yourself motivated, to build a habit and everything. Obviously, you can do it smart, and I really want to help you. So I've taken everything that I've learned about active learning, chunking, exercises, foundation, and and that's really exciting, man. I built the Digital Painting Academy. I like to call it my baby, but Fabian says already that
Well, I
it's not
already
the
say
right
that, and
word.
then it's weird when we both call it our baby. I'll call it my pride and joy.
uh, the Digital Painting Academy, guys, it's everything to learn digital painting. I could talk to you about it for days, for years, I think. But me and Fabian, we actually created a little video that's going to tell you a
Yeah,
lot about
exactly, man.
it in just two
Yeah, yeah.
minutes. So,
Like I
Fabian,
said,
you want to?
oh, sorry. Now it's lagging, and I'm talking over you.
That's okay.
No, like I said, this is like we're incredibly excited to show this off because we've been working on this incredibly hard behind the scenes. So yeah, before I blabber on, let me just load the video. Um, so cool.
To everyone that spent hours drooling over gorgeous painting on ArtStation, to everyone that watches speed paintings and think, damn, I wish I could do that. To everyone that dreams of one day being a world-class digital painter, concept artist, or illustrator, stop beating yourself up. You're closer than you think. You already have the passion. You just need a little bit of guidance, a push in the right direction, so you can take on this huge, overwhelming world of digital painting, all the frustration and hours of feeling stuck, and cruise through it all in a fun, straightforward way. Paint gorgeous painting from your imagination, develop your own badass style, be proud to show off your work. Want to know how? Here's how it works. We've taken everything we learned teaching thousands of students and built the Digital Painting Academy.
Many topics in digital painting are so big that they quickly become overwhelming. There's just so much to learn that you don't even know where to start. That's where we come in. We've broken everything down into bite-sized lessons, each leading to the next. So all you have to do is start at the top, and we'll lead you through it all step by step. In an ideal world, we could be learning digital painting all day long, but we understand that realistically, that's obviously not possible. So we've made it our mission to handpick the most important lessons so that when you do have a few hours to practice, you know you're getting the fastest results. You can watch free videos on YouTube, but they're often way too fast and can teach you bad habits that take years to unlearn. That's why we've included downloadable exercises with every lesson so you can build your confidence and start painting the right way from day one. Every month, you can submit your work and have an expert give you critiques, guidance, and feedback so you know exactly what you need to be working on.
Digital painting is for everyone, and it takes a lot less time to achieve with a minimum of structure. The key here is to learn the right thing in the right order.
Besides our ever-growing catalog of tutorials, Academy members will also get access to our Foundations class. This 6-part series is designed to help you master the building blocks of digital painting. It starts with the absolute basics and leads you through the whole process, step by step, until you can paint beautiful, full-color paintings of your own.
Are you ready to become a world-class digital painter? Join the Academy today and follow the lesson plan that have already worked for thousands of students like yourself.
All right, so we should be back again. I hope everyone can hear us and
All
see us.
right. Yeah, so I hope you guys are excited. This is so exciting to me. The
Wait,
Digital
David,
Painting
I
Academy.
can't see your screen. I
You
don't
can
know if
see
you
my
put it on.
screen.
No.
Here, I'm going to share this again. Then I lost you. I don't know if you're still there.
All right, I'm back.
Yes. All right. Cool. All right, guys. I hope you got excited about that. I'm so proud of the Digital Painting Academy, and we have some amazing results from students already. This is Isaac. 6 week after being part of the academy, you got the before and after, and I think the results speak for themselves.
Huge
I
hats
was
off to Isaac,
Yeah,
one of our star
definitely.
students.
And we have Seb here telling us, I learned more in 2 months of assignment than in 3 years in my own art school. I was so happy to hear from that. Thanks, Seb, for your comment. That's super cool. And obviously, you might ask yourself, is this for me? And obviously, I would be lying. This is not for everybody. But if you're new to digital painting and you want to learn it right, not waste years and ton of frustration or trial and error, this is definitely for you. If you don't have much time, you have a job, or you're full-time students. So when you have time, you really want to make sure that you learn as fast as possible, effectively as possible. This is definitely for you. If you've done some digital painting, but you want to up your game, learn some new skills, and benefit from the community and support, definitely for you. And if you eventually want to be in a career that involves digital painting and want to build a really strong foundation to get there, this is definitely for you. And you might ask yourself at this point, all right, so how much this is costing? Well, let me tell you this. Art school can be really, really expensive, right? It can be like really thousands of dollars. But each time I see that price, I'm like, all right, I'm going to ask myself that question. And if all this did for me or for you, it gives you the motivation to finally learn digital painting, would it be worth it? To give you the tools and knowledge to achieve the results you want, would it be worth it? To give you a start to work in the industry so you can start making a living from something you're super passionate about. Imagine just being able to actually work in the industry and make a living out of it. Would it be worth it? Well, yeah, it would be worth it for me too, guys. But obviously, I didn't have 30,000 when I started, and I'm not going to ask for 30,000. Even tutoring can be really expensive, but if it were to bring me where I want to be, I would definitely pay it. But then again, I wanted to make sure that the Digital Academy can teach lots of people and is affordable for everyone. So we started it at just 197, and that includes everything: exercises, videos, everything. You got access to everything for just 197, and that's for a whole year. And you have to remember this: that from some of our students, this is even more valuable than going to university. We have Jennifer here that was saying, I got more out of this than I did for a full semester class at the university, and I didn't have to take a loan to do it. So we were really proud of that. And the videos are amazing and in depth, and the structure of the class is perfectly paced to take you through the process of painting without overwhelming you. Thanks, Jennifer, for telling us that. We're really happy to learn it, to hear that from you. And well, me and Fabian were like super excited today. So we made sure that because you show up today to actually hear our presentation, to show our material. We wanted to give you some bonuses. We're going to give you some free material because, yeah, we just got too excited. And so I want to show you a few things that I'm going to give you today. And basically, I want to give you the first bonus. If you sign up with us, I'm going to give you the 5 simple game plan, and that's a really cool book. It's an ebook that if you want to be a concept artist, character designer, illustrator, and you don't know exactly how to get there, what to learn, what's your goals, your destination, this book is going to help you to actually reach those destinations and your goal. It's going to give you a great example. I don't know if you wanted to say a word about the simple game plan, Fabian.
I think you covered it pretty well.
Pretty well. Yeah.
If you're, if you've understood the principles from this workshop, but you're still a little, maybe fuzzy on how exactly you need to be breaking down your destinations. We spent like a whole week putting this together and seeing like what the best kind of destinations and goals could be for different things. So that should definitely help you get a clear idea.
Yeah. So that's the bonus number 1. Bonus number 2, we're really proud of this one. It's our 8-week speed building program. It's every week for 8 weeks, you receive 1 new downloadable exercise to boost your practice and get faster. Basically, the Academy is full of exercises and tutorials and videos, but this is on top of it. It's to make sure that you keep progressing really fast. So we made sure that each week you have 1 new exercise that will help you get faster with your tablet and with your sketching and when you're drawing in general. So That's our 8-week speed building program.
So
And
yeah, exactly. It's like the specific exercises in the academy that you might have seen in the video. Like that's on very specific things like lighting and form, coloring, details, all sorts of stuff like that. And then on top of that, so you get that in the academy, and then this is just in this bonus thing now. This is like for the bigger picture, for like how to. So for example, some of the exercises that you showed earlier, and a few others to really help you like in all aspects of digital painting.
exactly. So yeah, we're going to give you that also for free. And because we've been too excited at when we started that, basically, we prepared something really big. Those are two great bonuses. We're super excited to give it to you guys, but we were like, we want to give them more, basically. So we prepared something even bigger than that, and I'm very excited because we
This is
don't
pretty
give that
big.
every day. This is so big. So we're going to give you live access to the private mastermind community. What does that mean? It means that you can take a year with us, all right? So you can take 12 months, you got all the tutorials, all the lessons, you got access to the community for 1 whole year. And after 1 year, when you feel that you can actually fly with your own wings, you can still stay with us for free in the live access to the private mastermind community. So you basically can upload the work, and each time that you want to have some comments with the community, you want to have some accountability and share your work, you'll have access to that, and that's for life. And that's really big, guys. That's really important. You need to have a community, and now you will have one for life. It's going to push you. So basically, you have all the bonuses here. You got the 12 months learning. It's a value of 300, by the way, but we give it to you for 197. It's bonus 1, 2, 3, simple game plan, speed building exercise, lifetime access to community, and all that is a value of $1,341. And we were like, you know what? That's all they need, but let's give them more. So we decided to
Always
give you
trying to
guys
pile on more.
one more. The fast action bonus is if you sign up before the end of the Q&A, all right? We'll give you also this one. This is just too big. The community was big, but this one is awesome. We're going to also give you access to the live workshop, which means, once again, you can take a year with us. You learn everything that you have to learn from Academy. That's all the tutorial that comes in the year and that are already there, all the exercises, the live workshops and everything. And after 1 year, when you can learn by yourself and just fly with your own wings, you can still stay with us with the live workshop. You can upload your work, and I'll be there to give you guidance and feedback on your own work. And as long as the Academy is going to be there, and it's going to be there for years, guys, I'll be there for you. You just can have access to the live workshop to give you feedback. So that's really awesome. I'm really happy to give you that, guys, because you show up today and you be there for giving us support. So here's the bonuses. You got the 12 months for 197, the 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the simple game plan, the speed building exercise, the lifetime access to the community, and the lifetime access to the workshop. Total of
Can everyone
2,338.
still
The question is, would
hear us?
that
I
be
can't
worth it
actually
if you have
hear
to
David.
learn everything you need to learn and start a career into digital painting? I know it would be for me, but obviously, I'm just going to ask you today for 197. That's what we ask to our students to get 1 year of tutoring with the Digital Painting Academy. So from there, you don't have to risk anything. The best thing is you got 60 days to try it. Basically, you take 1 year with us today. You can have 60 days to try it. And after 60 days, you think that this is not for you, well, no harm done. We'll give you your money back, no question asked. So you can take here, free your mind, you get it all, and you got 60 days to try it, basically. So you simply have to click on the button that should appear to your screen right now. You click on the yes, let me in. Then you can choose. You can choose the monthly, what I just showed you, with all the bonuses. We have a module at 25 per month, but with all the bonuses that I talked to you today, the whole year, the whole package, it's the 197. So you can click on that, and then you simply have to put your name, your last name, your surname, your email, basically, and you decide the way you want to paint, and that's it. It all takes action, guys. It's important. You need to take action. You need to make a step forward to learn digital painting. And basically, when you take a year with us and all the bonuses that you get today, this is the price of one coffee a week. I know I can afford it. You can afford it too. It's just one coffee a week. It's we were saying that it was like something like $3 per week, basically, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 350 or something.
Okay, so basically, it's definitely affordable, guys. You simply click on the Yes Me In. I'll be happy to see you in the live workshop, the next live workshop, and in the academy, guys. So I hope you're ready to master digital painting. God, that was so exciting. We'll take your question now. I'm gonna switch.
I'll let you.
I'm gonna switch the camera to my face.
Let you have a sip of water.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
feeling a little. I didn't even talk as much, and I'm already feeling a little bit dry mouth from it. But yeah, no, I hope that all made sense. I hope that you're as excited about it as we are. We'd love to see you in the academy. If you have any other questions, please let us know about the academy, about the workshop, about anything. Hope you
We don't
found.
see you, Fabian.
Oh yeah, there we go. I can't see you.
There you are. My camera's on. You should see both.
Is it?
Yeah,
I can't see it. Maybe try switching it off and on.
I
I
can
don't
do
know.
that.
It seems to be a bit of an issue with the connections. There we go. I can see now. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let us know. Let us know now, and yeah, we'll cover them. So I know there's someone was asking before. I think Shia about a monthly plan. So you'll see when you click through, there is a monthly plan to it also, which is $25 a month. So the doors to the academy are always open. You can always join at either the $197 or the $25 a month, but the bonus package is just for the annual.
It's just because
So
you guys show up and give us support today that we prepared
exactly, it's
that for you.
a little special thing. So you can
Yeah,
again, you can join at any time at the 197, but it's just now. So we're gonna leave that deal open for I think like maybe 2 days. We'll send some more infos in an email afterwards. So if you're watching the replay, also, it'll still be open, but after that, you can still join, but just not with the bonuses. So I hope that makes sense. So okay, I'm going to try to scroll through. So I'm going to try to cover everyone's questions. It gets a little hectic sometimes, so apologies if I don't get to yours right away. I will try my very best. Okay, Cameron's asking, we mentioned a 60-day money-back guarantee. Does that still apply? Absolutely. Yeah, you can. We want you to feel really comfortable about it, basically. We don't want to like trick you out of your money or I mean,
no,
I know this could be
exactly.
a bit of a quick decision, so we want you to feel super comfortable about it. And like, essentially, if you don't get everything out of it, then we don't want your money anyways. So
Yeah, basically that's it. We're here to teach people. So that's our main goal. So you can go ahead. You can take a whole year, feel comfortable. You have 60 days to try it, and yeah.
so Vinil's asking about when the offer ends. I think he means the fast action. So that's on until the end of this Q&A. And after that, that will disappear, but the rest of them will still be there. But if you want the lifetime access to
To the
the workshops
workshop.
also,
Yeah,
that's
and I was asking actually the question if it was tutoring or wait, let me go back to the question. It goes so fast. Shia,
yeah, I know.
is this mentoring or just access to the video? It's the academy is video, guys, but we have mentoring every month. We have one live workshop where you can upload your work, and basically I'm gonna go over your work. I'm gonna do critiques, paintovers, and feedback on your work. Each month you can go ahead, you can upload your work. It's in the academy over the workshop. Just click on it, you put your work, and yeah. So it's both, but most of the material obviously is videos. It's classes that we build to make sure that you will learn faster, and that way you can do it on your own time. So that's why it's really good for people that have jobs or full-time students. You can take your time, feel relaxed, and do bit by bit. We break down everything into chunk, into smaller bites, smaller video, to make sure that if you have even 5 minutes to learn something one day, you have something that you can watch and actually do the work. So that's how we build the whole academy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we had a few people asking about software. Daniel is saying, I only work on iPad Pro and Procreate. I want this package, but I'm worried that not everything will apply. Did you want to cover that?
Yeah, I'm going to cover that. Well, Procreate is an awesome app. I loved it. I got friends that used it, and we have students that use it too. So yes, you'll be actually able to use most of the material I'm going to teach you. Most of them is independent than the software. Basically, I'm using Photoshop because I was a graphic designer for years. It was easy for me. I just went from graphic design to illustration, and I knew already Photoshop. But we have a lot of people that use Krita, they use any kind of other software. Procreate is one of them. You'll get most of the material that I can teach. Obviously, I got some tricks that are Photoshop only, some filters and stuff like that. But the core of what I'm teaching, you can actually learn it from any kind of software that you're going to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Try to make it as app independent as we can. And that's also another part of the reason we have such a long guarantee is so that you can try it in your own program. And like for the very specific like filters, things like that, you might need to just Google to see what the equivalent in your program is. But for the rest, it should be about the concept as a whole. So we had a question from Kiger asking if this course is for beginners only.
No, it's not for beginners only. We have a material that would say from beginners to a good intermediate. Obviously, if you're a pro, well, no. But we have material to bring you from beginner to intermediate. And like we said, if you feel like that you advance already and you're scared that the academy maybe doesn't have the material for you, just go anyway. Go check. You got 60 days to check everything. But I know I have material from anybody from beginners to intermediate. You'll find something. Plus, we add stuff every month. And we have a lot of tutorials to be painting. We're actually looking to bring other teachers as well to bring their material in the academy. The academy is going to keep on growing. So you can go ahead, just try it. And you let me know if you have stuff for you. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover anybody that wants to learn something.
In similar vein, Matthew's asking if it's an okay place to start for beginner artists to learn the fundamentals. And absolutely, that's like especially for you. We have the foundations course, which I think was covered in the video. So we basically start at the absolute basics, like how to, what are the basic tools, how to draw straight lines on your tablet, how to, the absolute basics, and then walk you through until by the very end, you can paint a fully colored, detailed painting of your own.
Yeah.
So
that's great to see the progression. You'll see it's super exciting.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so Hannah saying thanks so much. It's been super helpful. Totally signing up. We would love to see you there, and glad you found it helpful. Keenan's asking if anyone else is having trouble signing up. If you are having trouble, I know there is some issues with PayPal. If you don't have a credit card, PayPal might not let you sign up, which is a huge pain for us also, unfortunately, out of our control. But basically, if you're having trouble, email us, either reply to one of the emails we've already sent you, or at hello@paintable.cc. I can put that in the chat too in a second, and we can help you out with that. So especially if you're having trouble signing up during the workshop, or if you're watching the replay and you want the bonuses and you're having trouble signing up, though, just let us know and we'll mark the fact that you have the bonuses, because as the technical side of Paintable, I know how much of a pain technical issues can be. So
Fabian is the IT. He handles all the problems. So if you guys have problems, don't worry. Just email him. He's going to take care of all this.
I know how much of a pain it can be. So we wouldn't want it to like hinder you getting the bonuses, basically. Nadia was asking when we'll send the PDFs that we talked about in the beginning. So we'll send that out in an email right afterwards. So is that what you're going to say, David? Just keep an eye out for that in the next couple hours. Diego's asking, can it be only a year, or is it a subscription for more years? If you'd like to stay on after a year, we'd love to have you on. We're going to keep creating new content all the time. So this is for 1 year. After a year, you're going to get an automatic email reminding you that the year is coming up. So there's no risk of you forgetting about it and suddenly getting a $200 charge out of the blue.
The great thing is, take a year now. If you want to have more than 1 year, as the Paintable is going to grow, if the price changes, it's probably going to change at some point. Maybe it's going to get more expensive. But for you, for anybody that takes a year with us, you will stay to that price as long as you're with us. So
True. Good point.
If you have more than a year, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, you'll be locked into that rate forever in the future. So. Daniel is saying that he's in. Welcome on board.
Welcome.
We have Shayla was asking if the courses are available at certain times only, or whether they can be accessed at any time.
No, that's a great thing. We've made sure, like I was saying, to make small videos, and they're online, available 24/7. So basically, you have time at 2 in the morning after going from a party, and you decide that you want to learn something and paint, you can do it. And same thing if you're an early bird and you get up at 4 and you want to learn before going to go to work, you can do it as well. Basically, it's online, so you can do it every time. The only thing that you have to show up is going to be the live workshop. Usually we try to have the best time for any time zone to make sure that you can actually be there live with us. But if sometimes you can't, we make sure to actually have a recording of every live workshop. So even if you upload your work with us and I give you critique and feedback and you can't be there to see it, well, no worries. It's going to be recorded, so you'll be able to see it as well. So you always get the feedback from the live workshop, no matter if you're there or not.
So I'm going to try to combine both Victoria and Andre's question into one. So Victoria's asking, if I choose to be an annual member and I notice this isn't for me, can I quit anytime or do I have to keep a certain deadline? Actually, we'll take them one at a time. So, so yeah, exactly. So within the 60 days, you can just email us at any point if you do notice it isn't for you. So yeah, there's no risk on that. And Andre's asking if within those 60 days you get a full refund. Absolutely, like no hidden charges, no nothing.
All of it. Like we said,
like
if this isn't for you, then we don't want your money. We're there to teach. So
I'm going to keep scrolling down. Sorry if I've missed your question. Just pop it in again and try to get back to it. Did you notice any other questions, David?
I'm not sure. I didn't follow which one we answered yet. I see people asking for how do you access the replay? Did we already said that? We're going to send links in email, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. So for the replay, we're going to be putting this workshop recording in the Academy afterwards, so you can watch it 24/7 there. We'll also have it available for like 2-3 days for everyone that showed up, so you can rewatch it then, along with the worksheet we'll be sending out. So you can you'll get that in your email in the next couple emails, couple days. And Sally's asking whether we'll still have the offer during the replay. So the fast action is just until the end of this Q&A. But after that, so if you're watching the replay or if you're wondering if you can get it afterwards, for the next like 2-3 days, I think we'll have it open while the replay's up. Basically, you can get that too. So
yeah.
So
I got someone that was asking for if there's free material that we have for people that can afford it, because I know sometimes people cannot afford it. I know you want to be part of it. Maybe you can't right now. Maybe you'll be able in the future. Well, just take on the Paintable.cc. That's our blog. And every time we have new material in the Academy, you'll see we always give it a little teaser and some free material to learn too. So just stick on the blog. That's the best way for you to get the material from us. And at some point in the future, if you can come with us, then happy to join you in at that time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's paintable.cc. I can try to put it in the chat in a sec. And yeah, lots of goodies there. Also, if you have joined the Academy, check it out also anyways, because there's tons of other great stuff there. We've got like inspiration posts. We've got interviews with artists. So
we have Walter saying that he's in, so
awesome. Welcome on board. So Olivia's saying, I'm in. How do I start? Again, welcome on board. So I think when you signed up, there should be like a welcome video that kind of talks you through it. If not, go onto your dashboard, and there's a video that just shows you exactly where to start. But
we strongly suggest to start with the foundation. Basically, you'll see that it's a different section on the website. Obviously, everything I'm going to say now, it's already in the video, but I like to talk on camera, so I'm just going to continue. So basically, you'll see that there's the foundation tab, then there's tutorial tab, there's a workshop. You'll see that. You click on the foundation, and it's a 6-part module. Start with the first one, and you'll see by the end of the 6, you'll be able to render a full portrait. And it's not just going to teach you portraiture. That's the important part. It's going to teach you all the core concept of digital painting through portraiture. We just made portraiture fun because it's fun to do. But basically, you're going to learn all the tricks you need to actually have a strong foundation to learn digital painting. And from there, after that, you can go in the tutorial. There's going to be a lot more material for you to learn, and you'll keep on learning from there.
Yep. So a few more welcomes. We've got Tony's in, Andrea's in, Daniela, Wardell, Gerhard, Olivia, Retislav, Rodrigo, a bunch of others. Sorry if I've missed your names, but welcome. We're so incredibly excited to have you on board. So we have Holly asking whether we cover environment art in the Academy. Did you want to cover that one?
we don't have environmental yet. I have some great eyes on actually artists I want to bring in for that. What we have though is we're starting the structure for perspective, which is a key structure when you want to do any kind of environmental design. So we already have some material for that. But when it comes to environmental design, we're not we're not there yet. Material is on its way though. We're going to add a lot more material. Like we said, we have a lot of material to learn from, and we'll have a lot more by the end of the months to come and the year to come. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
environmental design right now, it's not the strongest part of it right now. But
Yeah, exactly. So the foundations will teach you like the basic principles, but there's not a focus on that yet. But we're also actually talking to some other artists, some other big names. I don't know if you saw in the, if anyone recognized it from the intro video, the Charlie Bowater speed painting. It's one we're pretty proud of. So we just got one of Charlie Bowater's tutorials in the Academy. Amazing artist, if you don't know her. And we're basically talking, we want to get lots of great artists to have tutorials in the Academy. So you can learn from like a huge range of styles. And, you know, if you just want a little breather from a break from David's voice, we understand. Okay. Steph is asking how
all
about,
right,
oh, sorry.
so go ahead.
How about creature design? There's actually a tutorial coming relatively soon on character design, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, okay, so,
Shall we say we take another 3 questions?
yes. Yeah. Okay. We'll take 3 questions. If you have more after that, feel free to shoot us an email at hello@paintable.cc, and we can answer that there for you. So,
So we'll
Andre's
answer 3 more
asking,
questions. If you guys want all the bonuses, like we said, the last bonus, the fast action bonus, it's until this Q&A. So if you want to have it, we'll answer 3 questions. You can go now while we answer those questions.
all right. So this one's not a question, so I'm going to squeeze it in anyways. Ida's saying, sorry, I can't afford this right now, but I wanted to thank you for a brilliant webinar. You guys are great. There's some really good points you guys brought up here today. Thank you so much for hosting this. And I'm so sorry I can't afford this right now. Maybe in the future.
We
Don't be
understand.
sorry.
Thank you so much.
We're just very, very grateful that you showed up here and you found this useful today. So yeah, thank you very much. Andre is asking if the book that we offered, so I guess the 5 game plans book, whether it's digital, because I live in Europe. So yeah, it's digital. No worries. We're not going to send you anything in the mail. No surprises there. So yeah, that's all digital. Okay. Question. So I actually had a bunch of these written down, and then I totally forgot this, or where I put it. Wait, actually, let me go through the ones that I wrote down. Oh, we had Olivia asking earlier. Did we cover this one? What kind of feedback do I get from your school if I get the annual course? Do you send materials for every week? Do you have time to check out students' work?
It's not every week, no, but like I said, the workshop is every month. Basically, you can upload the work that you have, and I'm going to give you feedback and critiques on everything that you're going to upload. But obviously, it's one time every month, it's not every week. If you want to have more support, we've been thinking in Fabian in the future to have something where we build special programs to do this. But this is so far in the future that I can't really talk about it. But for now, we have the workshop every month. You can upload your work, and I'm going to give you feedback, critique, and paint overs over your stuff. I give you as much direction as I can. There's always the community that we build. It's a private community just for the students of the Academy, where you can upload your work and get the feedback and critique that you want. And we have really great students. We're so proud of them. Everybody gives great feedback, great critiques. It's super fun to be in it, you'll see. So from there, I think you can have all the critique and feedback and guidance that you need.
So 2 more questions from Carolina and Camilla, then we'll let you get on with your Sundays. But first, a comment from Matthew Cooper saying, thanks a million, mates, for a fantastic stream. I'm looking forward to applying this to my digital art, traditional art, watercoloring, and even trying to apply it to my martial art. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Someone asked actually earlier whether this is just for digital painting or whether you can use it for anything. I mean, we've obviously made this very much about digital painting, but the basic principles, you know, you can apply it to other skills, and we hope you do. So we hope it's inspired and motivated you in, yeah, just many, many ways. So Camilla's asking, whether there will be other opportunities to get the bonuses in the future. So this bonus package is like I said, coming down on the Wednesday. So it's midnight Wednesday. This is going to be coming down. We do occasionally run these workshops again in the future, but we don't have like a set schedule for it. So it's pretty much like if you're on the fence with it, like get it now because when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
So Carolina's asking a question on learning drawing in general. Is it okay to sketch first on paper and then scan, redraw on the tablet, or just get accustomed to sketching on a computer?
Absolutely. I prefer sketching with my tablet, but I gotta say that it's because I'm just lazy that way. I don't want to have to scan it, basically. And also, when you sketch with your tablet, well, you just get better with your tablet, basically. But it's absolutely fine. If I saw a lot of artists online that do that, they have a sketchbook, they sketch, and when they like their sketch, they scan it, and they just start their digital painting with it. There's lots of different things you can do like that. So definitely, if you like to do sketching in your own book, definitely do that and scan it. That's absolutely fine.
So yeah, I guess that was the two questions.
Right.
Cameron, I guess Cameron asked one that is a good one to sum this up on, I guess. How do I rewatch this webinar? So like I said, have a look for it in your email. You'll be getting the workbook, the PDF, and for a few days, the free replay for this. After that, it'll be available in the Academy anytime. So again, huge thanks to everyone that took many minutes out of their Sunday. It was really, I had a lot of fun. It was really good crowd. We had, I think, 200 people at one point.
Wow.
So thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out in the chat with us. Hope you found it useful. And over to you for some parting wisdom, David.
I got to put the wisdom. Well, yeah, like you said, thank you so much for showing up, guys. You have no idea how much support it is for us to just do those presentations and see the feedback in the comments. We love to do this for you guys. And I think I'll just finish by saying happy painting, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday, and hope to see you in the Academy.
All right. Take care, everyone. See you soon.
Bye, guys.